Parens of the Dead.
The very 11th episode.
Yeah. The last time we have some horrible things. Look.
Yeah.
Our actual commands are interpreted as errors.
Of course they are. They're from the client.
Never trust the client.
Never trust the client.
Okay. Let's try and actually implementing rerolling in the most, in the least satisfying way.
Mm-hmm.
In that you lose a reroll.
And you don't get anything else out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's perfect.
That's perfect.
Very on theme for this zombie game.
Yeah, it's like...
It's the apocalypse, bitch.
Rerolls don't even reroll the die.
No.
Okay, for real though, it's a good place to like start implementing the game loop, I think.
Yeah. So we'll try that. So we already, in the previous episode, we caught the message that we interpreted it as an error, which is not right. So eventually the client will send different kinds of messages, and these are, we call them commands. So, and this is part of the game logic. So the namespace we're looking at now is machinery. Mm-hmm. And we don't want the machinery to implement the command.
Yeah, so I have a command. It's come from the server. It's come from the client.
Yeah. So now ask the game namespace to perform the command.
Perform command.
Yeah. And so you pass in the command. Yeah. And then what you get back is a bunch of events, which we can then do actionizer event to actions with again.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But there is something missing. And that is the command alone isn't enough.
No, because it has to operate on
something that's there.
Yeah. What's the current state of the game?
Exactly.
The server doesn't know.
Because we have some initial events over here.
Yeah.
And then we just instantly actionized.
And just dropped on the floor.
And sent to the client.
Yeah.
And the client is very happy to receive them.
Yeah.
But we have lost information about how many dice, what side the dice are on, how many rerolls, how many are used. Oh, that's just gone.
So at this point, the server is almost as stupid as the client.
That's true. just have some a priori knowledge.
Yeah.
So I think it needs a game.
It needs a game. So then we'll have to wait with this, comment it out. We cannot create this right now because we have to figure out how do we get a game.
That's true.
Oh, okay, here's an idea. Let's implement perform command, and then we can see what information we need from the game.
Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Let's just try that.
Yeah.
So we have like the game here. I will just save this, and we have some initial events.
Yeah. And then now we have perform command.
I will create the test.
Perfect.
Perform command.
And the command that we sent was reroll and index.
Yes, exactly. So I will try and do perform command, and then there's a game.
Yeah. We don't know yet what it needs to contain.
And this is reroll 1.
Yeah. And then, so it's going to return some events.
True. I expect there to be, what sort of event is this? It's a reroll event, I think. Rerolled die?
Yep. Well, rerolled dice. It didn't reroll one die.
You don't reroll one die, you reroll dice. That's true. But at this point, that's not what we set out to make.
No, we're just going to spend the reroll.
Used. Spent reroll.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Number 1.
And we need information to actionize it later. So maybe that's where we're supposed to start.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Do we comment this out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
so because we actually
is okay.
Yeah, we're sort of like figuring the API out as we go here.
Yeah. No worries.
So I'm going to actionizer test.
Yeah.
And then we want to take a look at what does even actionizing this mean. So we have set play rerolls. Now we want to spend
player rerolls. Yeah.
Spend player reroll. Do zombies ever have rerolls?
No. Spend reroll.
Spend rerolls.
Spend reroll.
Spend reroll.
Do not go on to the yak of renaming the other action.
Okay. I won't.
We're already 4 levels down the stack.
You're right.
Yeah.
So I want there to be a spent reroll event. And what does this need? Because I'm going to do this in the opposite direction because I want there to be, and now I want there to be a number 1. I want this one to have been used.
Yeah. And then not have the on-click because you can't use it again.
Exactly.
So this is what we want. So you will have to have 1 in here.
So I need there to be, I need to know the number of rerolls.
No?
Because then there are 2.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So I need there to be like rerolls 2. Spent rerolls is a set with indexes in. 1.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, that's correct. This is what we need.
This is what we need. Okay.
So now
You don't always get what you need.
You don't. And so this is good because now we started with what we should have started here. This is what the client needs. Then we can go back, figure out how the events looks, and then we can go back and figure out what we need to have available on the game.
Yeah.
Cool. So spend, that's here. Spent. Yeah.
It's an event.
No, this is, it is. Reroll, and then it has, what does it have?
Opts. It has opts.
Okay. And then the function is called spend reroll.
Yep.
Opts. Like so. Opts. And then let me take a look at this stuff here. It's supposed to return something that looks like this. So this is almost the same thing that we had here.
It is very similar. Well, you might be able to refactor it soon.
Yeah, I'll just duplicate it first. So the N is now rerolls, I think you call it, on opts. And then now I'm going to spice this up with an if. So if, I'm going to open the test here. If spent rerolls opts contains the I, and then I could, if I do this, it becomes nil safe.
Yeah.
If I do this, it also works, but it's not nil safe.
Do contains. It looks better without the double parens at the start as well.
Yes, I agree. So if it's here, then it is
used.
Now we're using both used and spent.
Yeah.
We already. So yeah, cool.
Do I have to bleep you now?
Oh, sorry. We already made a bad. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. So these two are very similar. What do you think about? Okay.
Are the tests green? I didn't notice.
They're green. They're green. So I'll call it prepare rerolls. And then when you set to play rerolls, I'll do this. And now I get to harvest my nil safety because it still works. And I can remove that one.
I like it.
So that's another layer of yakking.
Yeah, it's called implementing this thing.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's good. This test is green. This is pretty much what we need. So let's backtrack now to the event.
Yeah, because we wondered what does the event actually have to look like to be able to actionize it. And that's where we were.
Now we know.
Yeah.
And it needs to be a double vector because it's a list of events.
Yeah.
It could be more, but this time it's just one.
Yeah. And now we can look, we can actually see how can it know about the two? And that has to be part of the game. So do we have something called set player rerolls?
Yeah. So probably there's a player that has rerolls 2.
Yeah.
Available rerolls? I don't know.
Because what is it really? It is the amount of rerolls you are allowed each turn.
Yeah.
Something like that. That might as well be called rerolls, I think.
Yeah. Rerolls.
Yeah. I'm still not entirely sold on the fact that it's on the player.
It probably doesn't need to.
No, I don't.
Let's keep it as flat as possible.
Exactly.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, rerolls.
Hello, clicking wrong keys on the keyboard. Okay, so we'll just call it rerolls 2. And yeah,
this is about it.
This is about it. So
I foresee a future where we need another test, but that's fine. So we have the function perform command, and it takes a game and a command, and I will do match. Doesn't know about match. What?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You have to do it by hand.
Clojure.
It's terrible.
Core match.
Yeah.
Refer match. I think I prefer refer for match for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay, so I match the command, and if I get reroll n, then I will do nothing at the moment. I just want to see this fail. Yes.
Here we go.
Great. And then we will do reroll game n.
Yeah. Perfect.
Matching the other one, which should then look like this. And I will just do it flat out like that.
Add another test.
Because I'm going to add another test, and I will do reroll 3 and reroll 0. I'll just do it both at the same time.
Okay.
Because it's not useful to have all of these
superfluous tests. Intermediate. Okay, so this is my task now. The rerolls here will be taken from the game. Rerolls game, and the spent rerolls will be like this. And I can immediately imagine another test that will break this. Because what if I already had spent another one? Spent rerolls 1, then both of those should be here.
Yeah.
And this is not the case.
It is not the case. So I will do conjoin n onto spent rerolls.
But you want to specify the... Yeah.
Like this? No? Unmatched bracket or quote. What is even going on?
Wow.
It's failed me.
Yeah. This shouldn't really be possible.
I'm not sure how that even happens.
And now you just made it worse.
No, I'm recreating it.
Okay.
So I will do again, conjoin.
I know one way to trip it up. It's the key binding to wrap a data structure in the parens. If you do that at the end of an expression, it kind of trips over itself.
Exactly. So I'm going to onto that, do n. This one should be green.
Yeah. Cool.
So now we have the perform command.
Yeah. And then, so the next question is, where does the game come from?
That's true. And that is a question for another day.
Yeah. So it's a bit of this is our first cliffhanger.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Yeah. Where do games come from?
Yeah. You will know in the next installment of Parens of That.
That was excellent. Deckard Cain.
Yep.
Come a while and listen.